Hey guys, it's me again, Dimitris. I decided to make a part 2 really fast. This is gonna be part 2 of the last video. This is gonna be proper etiquette while playing Yugioh, while playing in the duel. How to act like a pro. Basically, I ended last video really fast. I wanted to demonstrate a couple of things with spells and traps, how to properly set them down, properly how to activate spell and trap, or when to activate spell and traps, how to respond to your opponent, and how to bluff. But the video will cut short because of time aspect, and I opened up an amazing hand. I'm using this Blackwing deck really fast for demonstration. I went over proper suffering in the last video, so you can go in that. Once again, I'm going to go through what I usually do for proper suffering. Present to my opponent. After my opponent cut, he want to cut and you want to suffer another way, keep on in hand, make sure you're not stacking my deck. Then I cut his deck. I take the top, put it over there. Take the middle, put it over there. Take the bottom, take the top, put the middle on the bottom, take the top, put it in the middle, and put the bottom on top. That's how you want to cut it. Your opponent, remember how I said before in the last video, your opponent going to put all the good cards in the middle, so it goes to the top. So if you put the bottom to the top, usually they're not usually ready for that. Make sure we roll before you put the 5 cards out, or put the 5 cards out then roll. But make sure you don't look in your hand, and try to make sure your opponent don't look at your hand. Don't be like that guy, like, hey man, don't look in your hand. I mean, if you're doing it, okay, but you're not really supposed to, okay? So roll the die, boom. If it weasel, make until the guy pronounce. Now you may duel. With 40 minutes begin, then you get the okay to duel. If you're in a weasel, then pick up your 5 cards, as I did before. Make sure you have the 5 cards and not 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you check. Now you can draw. Draw for your turn. Said. Now you pronounce it. Draw for your turn. Draw for turn. Main frame 1. Sand phase. Now you shuffle your hand because you're okay. Because you remember you want to make sure your opponent have something in sand phase. Shuffle. Make sure you have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, if somehow you have 7, don't be like, you don't have to automatically like, oh man, I have 7 cards. If you can, try to keep it hidden behind the card, but usually be honest. If you know you can't be that good at high end, because you can get called for things, and you can actually get child play from a friend. So be honest, because y'all gonna get game loss. You will get game loss. But be honest that you have it there. Like, man, you got this. I drew 7 cards. Proceed to game 2. Yeah, because that happens. It's bad luck. But it's better when you do that way. Alright, so I have the 6 cards in my hand. Suffering can make sure my opponent like, this guy must be pretty good. And you get hand shuffle. I mean, that's not a lot of people think that way. But it's definitely a good thing to have around. Like, I would say pick it up. Okay, go ahead, okay, opponent, hand really fast, it looked really cool. And a good way to shuffle your hand and get through really fast. Okay, if you go like this, you have to stand all the way through. I mean, it's good, but it kind of reminds me of Poco. So that's pretty cool. I now open up with the best hand right now. I open up with 2 MSTs. MSTs, I go over one to pop time, use MSTs. I open up with 2 MSTs. I open up with 1 pot, that's pretty good. 1 soda. Value, 1 value. 1 board, that's okay. Now you have Dilemma, you can only go summon sword and summon by FSC, but I don't have like anything or something, so no reason for me to really do that. So the first thing you're going to do, make sure before you have this up like this, set up like this, you usually want to go pot, you usually want to activate pot before you summon a monster, because that gives you options. You evacuate pot duality, or anything that can source or draw from your deck. You usually want to do that before you drop a monster, because then you can, it gives you the options if you go into, for instance, like, I mean, pot duality, I don't know if you can see what I got. Off the body, I got a Jess, Foolish Variable, and Trap Sun. I mean, in that case, there's not really anything else I'm going to do. Take a look at my hand. I actually need an anti-trap. I really don't have one, so it's not the best thing because I don't have a way to defend my muscles. But I am going to take the Fruit Basil. That due to the fact that I want to what's that for real? But I'm gonna take that in hand. I'm gonna go first. Send the reason why I'm filling this deck so I can send value, so I can send the other things. I have 3 targets to really send. I want to send this to the grave. Send this to the grave. When you send anything to the grave, tell your opponent what you're probably going to send. That's usually a good thing. Shuffle, give your opponent. If you don't like how your opponent, ask for a final cut. Okay, now. And the other thing about activating spell, traps, if your opponent activates something, and they're about to put it to the grave, make sure you keep it on the field. Ask the opponent to make sure you keep it on the field. Because when you're respawning something, you have to have it on the field. Because if not, if you let that go to that spell or trap go to the grave, that means that you let your opponent to resolve the trap or spell. And if the judge come over and ask for a grave, you can be like, you let him resolve the spell or trap. Like, no. So make sure you keep your spell or your trap on the field, or his spell or his trap on the field until you fully resolved. So now I have 5 cards in hand. I'm going to set. I'm going to set 2 MSTs. When you're going to set stuff, you're going to want to shuffle it, like the Billy Break does. And I like it. I started doing it a long time ago. Shuffle the 2 thing and put it down, because usually people are gonna be like, oh, you put down your best card to force with your right hand, and you put it on the right, and like stuff like that, all that bullshit. So if you put it down randomly, no way your opponent can think of any process of hitting it. And 2 MSTs. Even though these are MSTs, this is what I usually do. Like, he entered his main phase, salmon phase. I'm like, hold on, salmon phase. I look. Because definitely right now, because of mistake being a card, the mistakes a kill. Be like, MST, put it down, like, okay, you can proceed to main phase 1. He proceeded to main phase 1. He summoned something. Still going to summon something. You look, nothing. You already know nothing, but you still want to bluff that you have something. He attack. Hopefully he attack. Doesn't go off of your face. If he does, you shit. If you're going against heretics with E-Drag heretics, then you F. So you can OTK you, get ready to feel, you're pretty dead. But if not, you okay. When your opponent, even if you have 2 cards, you keep shoving it back and forth. Like if he's something kind of effect of like effect and like look at your hand like you keep doing this, you can't like okay. Get everything off. End phase, I always make sure end phase 70. I hit 2 spell traps, that's pretty cool. Reason why I like setting an MSC and end phase and at good balancing, because of this format you have so many people who run trainables, like barbecue, Fetting War, Rapid Greed, stuff like that. I hate trainables. And definitely going against like Zackles. So Zackles on like 3 Fetting Wars and 3 Rapid Greeds. I drew for my turn and it was Whirlwind, probably one of the best draws. I'm gonna go summon after Whirlwind, go Bells, hit MST for my Whirlwind, the same because I hit the advance, that sucks. Not a big thing. You put my MST, like, you really can't buff that thing because you have nothing else, like, delay died. I mean, basically any point of this game is pretty hard. When you ban this thing, we're going to ban this, because I'm going to ban this right now. You're going to go, like, I'm activating it to do really fast stuff with the deck. And when you ban this, I usually put my banish pile right in front of me, like this. Facing your deck, I don't know if you can see. Behind your deck, right there in front of you. Because when I ran E-Dragons with E-Jewels to banish, heal, And after we walk that medicine, it gets easier to walk from here if you want any kind of stuff that recycle stuff from the bandit file. And you're gonna go in your Astro Jack. Oh, I forgot to mention. When you have the Weasel or Astro YCS, and you have the Jack in front of you, you want to be like, before you draw, like, side deck Astro Jack, you want to pronounce it, you want to say to your opponent that you side deck Astro Jack. Make sure your opponent say that back to you. Where is your side deck Astro Jack? In my side deck Astro Jack here. Conversation is a good thing you get. Like, keep talking to your opponent, like, oh, how your day doing, and stuff like that. If it doesn't happen, people, like, you're really annoying like that. Also, if you have YCS, I usually like, Weasel, you ask people how far away they come from, because Coastal, they come, the farther they come away, the more they really want to be here. Like, if they go like 4 hours, they come 4 hours away, that means they really want to be in that Weasel. So, we're at 10 minutes, wow, I want this to be short for you. Some, Blackwing Armor Master. I love this card. Basically, can you do my small you top decking, you get really good top deck. Top decks are really bad. When you have the possession, but never present to your opponent that you're losing. Basically, like all things, most important thing, we know when you lose, because when you're playing a game, you only have 4 minutes of YCS. At the Weasel. Like, if you know you're gonna lose, and you draw, like, and you know naturally you're gonna lose, but your opponent gonna do a big push, like, just super, like, you got this. Movement game 2, go really fast, go for your side, you get 2 minutes for siding. You usually get 2 minutes for every turn, and 2 minutes for side decking. So you automatically go your side deck, go really fast. When you deck again, and stuff like that. The most important thing, Yu-Gi-Oh! Never give up, never give in. Have a nice day, Yu-Gi-Oh! Followers. If I don't really have any. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to mention. Decide if you like me. I'm going to do a video every other day or once a week. It depends. If I start getting a lot of people, I do a video every other day. If I don't, I do one every week. So please go subscribe to me. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'll let you love Yu-Gi-Oh! More. I'll teach you everything I know, and I'll treat you. So have a nice day, Yu-Gi-Ohs. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. This is Diminutions signing off.